呪術廻戦
All right, let's read chapter 146 of Jujutsu Kaisen, Shimetsu Kaiyu ni tsuite, the Death Annihilation rotating game about it. So about the game. And we just got, previous chapter was a massive lore chapter. It took an hour and a half. I hate to say it, but this chapter is going to probably take about the same. So get ready. And we got introduced to this character, Angel, who apparently we're going to get a recap here. But there was a whole reason why they're not going to be searching this person. They got the Ura gate, the back gate. Again, watch the massively long previous section. Jutsu shiki o shoumetsu saseru. Making extinguish techniques. So, in other words, Angel is able to make extinguish, make go away, annihilate curse techniques or ket techniques. Yep, that's right. Tenshi no jutsu shiki nara kokumon kyo ura o akeru koto ga dekiru. If it's the technique of Angel, the Hellgate boundary back, so the back gate, this thing, opening event is possible. So you'll be able to open the back gate if you have the technique of Angel. Again, watch the previous chapter if you aren't following this. Soitsu wa ima doko ni iru ka wakarimasu ka? As for that person, meaning Angel, right now, in what place existing? Question mark. So, where is that person now? Do you know? Wakarimasu ka? Tokyo no Mukashigawa no Koroni da. It's the colony of the east side of Tokyo. Kaiyu no kekkae wa watashi o kyosetsu shitteru kara, sore ijou no jouhou wa nai. As for the magical barrier of the rotating game, because it is rejecting me, so because the barrier of the rotating game is doing rejection of me, more than that, as for information not existing. So I don't have any information more than that because the barrier of the game is rejecting me. Zoo. Okay, something's happening here, like a platform is coming up or something. That's what that sound is. Mazu wa soko kara seiri shiyou ka? As for first, from that place, like, shall I do or shall we do explanation? Seiri? Seiri. Yeah. Sorting arrangement. Putting in order. Shall I put things in order from that place? So we're getting a map here. And here you can see something going on. Zenkoku to no koroni. In all of the country, there are 10 colonies. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. それが日本の人間の悲願と渡す境界を結ぶ結界とつながっている。Those things, or that thing, that thing, meaning the 10 colonies, connecting with a magical barrier that connects. Hey, Corn. That thing is doing connection of the magical barrier that connects the boundaries that pass to the Higan of the humans of Japan. Higan. Oh, again, here's that Nirvana. Okay. All the country, there's 10 colonies, and those things connecting a magical barrier that connects the boundary that passes to Nirvana, the humans of Japan. Okay, is this Nirvana? Oh, is there another one over here, maybe? I think there's another one over here. Yeah. Okay, so there's another one over here. これがこうなるわけか? This thing becomes this way? Is that the reason? What? So there's movement here. And then... Oh, okay, I see. So this barrier is like going to then shift over to this side, and then that does this thing. Okay. Okay, let's try this one more time. All of Japan, there's 10 colonies. That thing doing connection of the magical boundary, magical barrier that connects the boundaries, the passing boundaries, the like passing over boundaries to Nirvana, the humans of Japan. Okay, anyway. 北海道が入ってないのは呪術連の結界? Hokkaido, as for not entering, so notice this is Hokkaido, it's not part of this barrier. As for Hokkaido not entering, or like being a part of it, is it the magical barrier of cursed technique group? Is this the society? Jutsuren. Ren here can mean like colleagues, group, comrades. Usually it's used like Renchu. And I'm just noticing that went to the wrong thing. So Hokkaido, as for it not being included, is it the magical barrier of the cursed like group? I think maybe the higher ups that they always talk about. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. Soda, it is that way. That's right. あの地はすでに強大な霊場として奈良市が住んでいる. So that's right. As for that land, I guess meaning Hokkaido. As for that land, already at this point, a large cursed place as that being accustomed and it's been decided or being finished as. Reijo, a spirit place, a sacred ground. Okay, interesting. All right, so as for that land, again, Hokkaido, already too late, a giant sacred land as that being established or being accustomed, and it's been like finished, decided as. Okay, so that's why Hokkaido apparently isn't included. I don't know that that really makes sense, but whatever. Sasuga wa tamesareru daichi. As expected, tamesareru daichi, of the vast lands of tamesareru. Daichi is just like vast lands. Is this like an expression? Tamesareru? Tamesareru. Tamesa. The tested great lands. I have no idea what that's maybe some reference to some attribute of Hokkaido that I'm not familiar with. As expected, of the vast lands that are tested, that are tried out. Higane watasu, passing to nirvana. To kikuto, gyogyoshi ga. Okay, so passing to the other side, passing to nirvana. When hearing that, it's gyogyoshi, but gyogyoshi, which is exaggerated, bombastic, like colorful. It sounds colorful to say passing into nirvana. However, 日本にいる人間全員に呪いをかけてどうか前準備をしてるのさ。Humans existing in Japan, to all personnel, a curse attaching and transformation pre-preparation doing. So to all people, to all humans living in Japan, to all personnel, all of them, there was a doing of a pre-preparation of transformation, attaching a curse to everyone. Okay. Okay, so I guess like this is something that hasn't happened yet, and this is all preparation. Presumably when this happens, everyone dies or whatever. They pass into nirvana. 儀式が終わるまでどのくらいかかりますか? So Fushiguro is asking the ritual until it's complete, until it's finished, to what extent will it take? How long will it take until the ritual is complete? 回遊次第だが it's dependent upon the rotating game, so it depends on the game, but 2月もあれば済むだろう. Even 2 months, if it exists, it will complete probably. So it'll probably complete in about 2 months. All right. We're seeing now this thing here. This is a recap of the rules, I guess. A recap of the rules. Remember, there's 8 rules, at least at this moment. So here's rule 1 again. プレイヤーは術式覚醒後19日以内に任意をコロニーにて終末回遊への参加を宣誓しなければならない。So, as for a player, I don't want to retranslate these. After this is like awakening or after arousal of the technique, meaning the sorcery, within 19 days, discretionary colony, basically to a colony of their choice. This was to must announce participation in the Death Annihilation rotating game. Sensei. Yeah, must make an oath, must pledge. Must do pledging to participate in the Death Annihilation rotating game, and at a colony of their choice within 19 days. And again, this was like after like the awakening of technique, meaning the sorcery bit. 今、11月7日の午前5時だ。午前9時だ. So right now it's November 9th at 9 a.m., I guess. Playerの術師が覚醒したのは10月31日24時頃。 the player's techniques, as for that doing awakening, that was about October 31st at midnight. 月見が開運に参加するまでの猶予はざっと10日と15時間。Zatto, that's just like approximately? Roughly, yeah. Okay, so Tsukimi, which is his sister, into the rotating game, doing participation until that point. As for the Yuyo, the postponement. So Tsukimi, as for postponing until doing participation in the rotating game, it's roughly 10 days and 15 hours. All right, a recap of number 2, or a restatement of number 2. 善行に違反したプレイヤーからは術式を剥奪する。Okay, as from players that do violation of the previous rule, Zenko, or the former, the preceding paragraph. So as for players that do violation of the preceding paragraph, meaning rule 1, will do revocation, annulment of the technique. So again, hakudatsu. Yeah, deprivation, revocation of technique. Tengen-sama wa sakki sanka o kyohi sureba shinu to itte shimashita yo ne? Okay, so as for Lord Tengen, previously or earlier, if due rejection of participation will die, said, didn't you? So Lord Tengen, earlier you said that if you reject participation, you will die, right? Yep. Okay. We're going into a flashback here now? Jutsushiki no hakudatsu ka? So again, rejection, removal, deprivation, divestiture of technique, huh? Ato oede sanka suru jutsushi ni mo tekiyou sareru ruru daro. Okay, ato oede, like later, following, doing participation, sorcerers, to them also, like appropriate being done rule, right? Yeah, applicable. So it's a rule that's made applicable also to sorcerers that are participating. Ato oide. Following. Afterward, I guess, that participate afterwards. Is that right? Probably. Dato shitara, if that's the case, if that's so, hakudatsu wa mui tenpen de okonawareru wake janai tomo. So if that's the case, or if that's what's going to happen, then as for hakudatsu, which is the removal, deprivation, revocation, using mui tenpen, which is the idle transformation, being preceded reason it isn't, I think. So I think it's not going to occur through mui tenpen, the removal. Shio kinshi de wa naku. Who is this? Shio kinshi de wa naku, hakudatsu dakara shibari de mo nai. Okay, so it's not shio kinshi, which is like use forbidding. So this is like, it's not forbidding use of, or like making it not able to use. It's because it's revocation, divestiture, revocation, with a bind also not existing. Okay, so I guess this is, whoever this is someone at the technical school, right? Either way, they're trying to figure out like how number 2 is going to happen. and they're saying, because they're using the word hakudatsu and not this, then it's not also not with a binding vow, I guess. Tonaruto, if that's the case, no ni muriari nani kashira sayo suru wake dakara. Okay, yeah. So if that's the case, then in the brain, against the will, something perhaps being done reason because. So probably it means there's something being done to the brain. Sayo. Yeah, some sort of action, some sort of operation perhaps on the brain. That's the reason. Okay, so we went over there to this conversation to get clued in on that rule. Back to, no, this is still her, but then we're back to Maki. So you can see in the background, we're fading back to the present. So this is still this person talking. Oh, then they're blowing smoke rings. Ururu teki ni mo hakudatsu sareru to shinu to omou yo. Janakya minna sanka kyohi suru daro shi. Okay. Even also to the rule, ururu teki. Why teki here? Also to the rule-like thing, or to the typical rule? The revocation being done. Oh, I guess like when this is done, you will die, I think. So I guess like I think that you will die if you, when revocation is done. I'm not sure why ururu tekinimo, like according to the rules or something. Anyway, if it weren't that way, everyone participation rejection will do, I think. Yeah. So basically, I think rejection means you'll die because otherwise everyone would reject or refuse to participate. So back to Tengen and everyone, and there's Maki. Shoko-san no yomi dori datta ga. Oh, okay. That's Shoko-san. And this was like her recalling. So Shoko-san's reading of it was. That's according to the reading of Shoko-san, Miss Shoko. But, 逆に私みたいなのとか、術式持ってない術師はノーリスクだよな。So, conversely, ones like me and that, technique not holding sorcerers, as for that, it's no risk, isn't it? So, as for sorcerers that don't hold techniques, like me, it's no risk, right? There's no risk for us. Panda wa do nanda. As for Panda, how is it? So what about Panda? Aitsu no toka an no ka. That guy, the brain, toka an. Does it even exist? Does he even have a brain? Ouch. Oh, we're going to go through all the rules. Wonderful. Okay, rule 3 was, Hi player wa koroni ni shinyu shita jitende, at the point in time of doing entry or penetration into a colony. As for non-players, player tonari, they become players. Shimetsu Kaiyue no sanka o sensei shita mono to minasu. And minasu was to be considered to be equivalent as. They become players, and it's the equivalent to the thing of having pledged participation in the Death Annihilation rotating game. これさ、初めから機械の中にいる一般の人らはどうなの? This thing, meaning this rule, from the beginning, as for the people, the general population or general people, yeah, there's our projects we're currently working on. from the beginning, as for general people or the general population existing inside the colonies, inside the magical barrier, how will it become? So what happens to the people that were there from the beginning? 少なくとも一度はそこに出る機会を与えられる。Okay. 少なくとも at least. Yeah, at least as for one time. So as for at least one time to the outside, departing chance will be granted. So I guess those people will be given at least one chance for heading outside. Maji? Seriously? 随分と親切ですね. That's very kind, isn't it? Ruru ni hitotsu mo koroni no deiri ni kansuru joukou ga nai. Okay. Even to one rule, colony and leaving and entering, relationship doing, a paragraph does not exist. Or clause, joukou. Yeah, stipulation. So there's no stipulation in even any of the rules, and even one rule that's related to leaving and exiting the colony, or leaving and entering the colonies. Player ni hajime, kekkai kara deru to iu meikaku na mokuteki o otaete, kaiyu o kaseikasaseru nerai daro. Okay. To the players at the beginning, leaving from the magical barrier, that's sort of a explanation, objective, receiving. Meikaku. Oh, clear, precise, distinct. That's sort of clear, objective, granting, bestowing, giving. And the rotating game, making kaseika, activating, stimulating, invigorating the game, aim it is. Okay, so it's probably an aim, probably a goal of making stimulate or making invigorated the game by granting a clear objective called leaving from the magical barrier from the start to the players. Reia o tojikomeru ni wa, this is Tengen still talking. As for to the closing in, shutting in of the players, Reia ga mizukara nozonde haitta toyu zentei ga juyo dakara ne. The players, one's own wishes, one's own desires entered. That's sort of a zentei. That sort of premise, reason, prerequisite, condition. I guess necessity, that's why, you know? Juyo. Yeah. So it's the premise that's important, essential, called entered on one's own desires. The players having entered on one's own desires, that sort of premise, that's what's important here. Ino-san ga itteta kekai no shihiki ka? So Mr. Ino said it, the barrier's tashihiki. Tashihiki, to like give and take. No, ashi. Oh, it was tashi. Tashihiki. I don't know. Tashihiki. It's like the give and take of the magical barriers that Mr. Eno was talking about. The English went with increase or decrease of barrier effectiveness. All right, whatever. Okay, here's rule 4 and 5. プレイヤーは他プレイヤーの生命を立つことでポイントを得る. So, as for players, they receive points through the event of ending the life of other players. And then, let's see. ポイントとは、ゲームマスターによって、プレイヤーの生命にかけられた価値を指し、原則術師5点、非術師1点とする. Okay, I'm just going to paraphrase this one. As for the points, or as for the things called points, according to the game master, to the player's lives is attached value pointing out. So the game master points out or indicates the value that's attached to the lives of the player. As a general rule, sorcerers are 5 points and non-sorcerers are 1 point. So そこに原則ってごっちゃってすんな. Okay, そこに. So to the general rules, saying gensoku, which is also generally, that's gotcha, isn't it? A mess, a jumble. Like, it's kind of a mess to say as a general rule for the general rules, right? Fushiguro? Yeah. No, it's nothing. Well, Tengen-sama, I guess he's just wondering. Tengen-sama, Game Master っていうのは, as for the thing called Game Master. 各プレイヤーに1体ずつつく式紙. Okay, to each player, one body apiece. So to each player, one body apiece. A shikigami, which is a divine spirit, will be like assigned. Tsuku? Attached. It's a very different kanji here for tsuku. To possess or taunt. Okay. A shikigami will possess like 1 per person, each player. Kogane. Kogane. That's the name, I guess, of these things. That's not going to mean anything. It means like small money. Yeah, gold, small sum of money. Oh, okay. A Kogane Mushi is like a scarab type beetle. So it's probably supposed to be like that. Kogane Mushi. Kogane mo seikaku ni ieba Game Master de wa naku madoguchi da. Okay, this is Tengen still talking. Even Kogane, accurately if say, as for being a game master, not, it is a mouth window. A mouth window. An opening? What would this be? Madoguchi. Yeah, like a ticket window. Or a contact person. Maybe that's more a point of contact. So it's not, so basically more accurately, if you say it, it's not a game master, it's a contact person or a ticket window. Game Master は始末回遊のプログラムそのものと思った方がいい. Okay, this is still Tengen-sama. talking. He says, as for the game master, the Death Annihilation rotating games program itself, thought direction is good. So if you thought about the Kogane, the game master, as the program itself of the Death Annihilation rotating game, that would be good if you thought of it that way. Naruhodo. Okay. Normally people say naruhodo, not naruhodo, when they're like, oh, I get it now. I see now. But notice that it's in katakana and it's a question mark. So he's kind of like, naruhodo? Like, I get it? Which means he doesn't get it. Yeah, we're going through all of them. Great. プレイヤーは自身にかけられたポイントを除いた100ポイントを消費することでゲームマスターと交渉し、死滅回遊にルールを一つ追加できる。Alright, we've seen this a couple times at this point. As for a player, on oneself being attached points outside of, so excluding the points attached to oneself as for a player, with the event of expending or spending 100 points, in consultation with the game master, it's possible to append one rule to the game. Suika ka? Append? Question mark? すでにあるルールを消すのはなしかな? So already existing rule as for erasing without, I guess. So not being able to erase an already existing rule, I guess. Mumu. 遠回しに否定ならいけるかもしれませんね。Okay, so like far turning hite, denial. Tomawasu. Roundabout negation. Being possible, probably. So it might be possible to do roundabout negation, I guess. Rule 7. ゲームマスターは死滅回遊の永続に著しく触る場合を除き、前項によるルール追加を認めなければならない。Okay, so as for the game master, the Death Annihilation rotating games eternal continuance. What was this? That's like to damage, to harm, to interfere, and ichijiru. Considerable. Okay, so yeah. So as for the game master, except of cases that interfere considerably with the eternal continuation of the Death Annihilation rotating game, with the aforementioned preceding paragraph, which is about appending the rule appending must confirm. So the game master must approve the rule in accordance with the previous paragraph, unless of cases where that rule severely interferes with the continuation of the game. Kore ari ka? Okay, this thing, is it ari? What does ari mean here in this case? Ari ka? Kore ari ka? This thing, is it ari? I don't know what that's supposed to mean here. Is it existence? No, that's not supposed to be that. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. The English here went, is that fair? Dayona, it is, you know. Handan kijun ga achi makase sugiru. The judgment kijun, the standard for judgment, that direction, it leaves too much. Oh, okay. All right, so that suggests Adi is something else. What would that be? Maki is saying this gives too much, it grants too much in that direction, meaning to the game master, the basis for judgment. This is Tengen. いや、ある程度は公平な判断が見込めるはずだ。Well, as for a certain extent, a kohei, a fair, impartial? Yeah. A fair, impartial judgment ought to be mikomeru. Ought to anticipate. You ought to be able to anticipate a fair judgment to a certain extent. 呪術的にこれ以上賢弱に利益が固まることはない。Okay. Sorcerously? Sorcerinously? What is this? What would this be? In the manner of sorcery, more than this to Kenjaku, which is the one that's doing all this, the Noritoshi, the guy that's in Geto Suguru right now, all that. So more than this to Kenjaku, Rieki, profit advantage? Yeah, profit or advantage. Katamaru. As for the Katamaru event, it doesn't exist. Like piling up? He says Katamaru, but that's not the normal kanji for Katamaru. So what is the actual kanji here? Oh, it's because it's not Katamaru, it's Katayoru. Oh man, it would help if I actually read what's there. Okay, so as for the event of deviating, offsetting, being one-sided, advantage doesn't exist. So there's no advantage from being one-sided to Kenjaku more than this, I guess, according to sorcery or something like that. All right. Yoru. Let me get rid of Katamaru. Rule 8. Where are we? We're at the 45-minute point. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh, we're barely halfway through this chapter. Okay, rule 8. 参加またはポイント取得後19日以内にポイントの変動が見られない場合、そのプレイヤーからは術式を剥奪する。Okay, so this is the final rule for now, and a little bit of an odd one. So, as for, like,
hello there.
Participated, I'm not sure what the mata here was for. Normally mata just means again. What does that mean as a suffix? Maybe it's like still. Anyway, as for participation, point taking afterwards within 19 days, point change not visible case. So in the case that a point change is not visible, I guess, for those participating after 19 days or within 19 days, as for from that player, will do revocation, etc. of technique. Okay. Mata. Again, hito o korosanakia ikenai no ka? So again, like I must kill people. Again, I have to kill people. Iya, ikutsu ka kangae ga aru. Well, several thoughts exist. So I have several ideas, several thoughts. Toriaezu, jouhou wa seiri dekita na. For the time being, for now, as for information, it's seiri is finished. And what was seiri? Oh, the putting together of the information is finished. Ato wa sorezore no yakuwari. As for the rest, each one's role. Like there's a role for each one of us in the rest. Yuki-san to Choso wa. As for Ms. Yuki and Choso, koko ni nokotte Tengen-sama no goe. In this place remaining, and Lord Tengen's guards. So they are going to remain here and guard Lord Tengen. All right. Watashi wa mazu zenin-ken ni morotte. Jugu no kaishu. So as for me, first, return to Zenin family, and it's the collection of cursed tools. So she's going to go back to the house, the family, and collect cursed tools. Satoru ga fuin sareta mamonaku. So Gojo Satoru being sealed mamonaku. Shortly after? Yeah, this is sort of like, I guess, in a short time of Gojo Satoru being sealed, Kosen Kiko no Jugu wa Kamoke to Zenin-ke ga mochidashite Sukara-kan. Oh, okay, yeah. The technical school's special warehouse. As for the cursed tools. As for the cursed tools in the technical school's special warehouse, the Kamo family and the Zenin family, I guess, like, took out, and Sukara-kan. It's completely empty. Okay, so they raided the Kiko, these warehouses, and mochidasu, took everything out. Yeah, carried out. Daga Megumi ga Zenin-ken no toushi ni natta. Oh, okay, so, but Megumi has become the head of the family of Zenin, of family Zenin. Huh? Oh? Ato de setsume suru. Later we'll do explanation, so I'll explain later. He's just like, ugh. Okage de, thanks to that, Zenin-ken no Kiko wa asari houdai. De sono mae ni. Okay, so thanks to that, the Zenin family's magical warehouse, as for that, it is asari houdai. Asari. Fishing, looking for, searching, rummaging. It is holdai. A release question? What is this holdai? As much as you like. Okay. And I guess before that, Tengen-sama, Lord Tengen. Wakateru. I know, I understand. Kumiya Juzo no Atelier. Oh, Atelier daro? Okay, this is atelier. Kumiya Juzo. This is a person. Kumiya Juzo's atelier, which is like a workshop, right? Yeah, studio, right? Okay, we'll hear more about this, I guess. Tasukarimasu. That will help. That will save us. Okay, we'll find out more about that later, I guess. Yoga sundara. When business is finished, panda sagashite. Searching for panda. Kaiyu no heitei ni kyōryoku suru. And will do participating towards the heitei of the game. And heitei in this case means the repression, suppression, subjugation of the game. Okay. Yuta wa, as for Yuta, Tim, boku wa sassoku koroni ni haitte kaiyu ni sanka suru yo. As for me, basically quickly, as soon as possible, enter a colony and do participation in the game. Tsumiki-san ya Fushiguro-kun tachi ga kaiyu ni sanka suru mae ni skoshi demo jouhou o atsumetai. Want to collect information, even a little bit, before doing participation in the game of Fushiguro and everyone and Ms. Tsumiki. So before everyone participates in the game, I want to collect some information. Sunmasen. I'm sorry. I guess maybe in this case, he's saying thanks. Mata tantoku kodo dakedo. Again, simply alone operations. Yeah, independent operations. So independent operations again. Mangaichi miuchi de tsubushi ao koto ga nai you ni sore kara. Like in the small chance, miuchi ni. Of the small chance of one's own family meeting and killing event, in the manner of not doing that, from there, Tsumiki-san ni nani ka atta toki no tame ni chikaba no koro ni wa sakeru ne. To Ms. Tsumiki, at the time, or for the purposes of the time that something happened, as for the colony of a close by place, will avoid. Okay, will be able to avoid close by colonies for the purposes of the time that something happened to Ms. Tsumiki. I guess like in the manner of avoiding like having to kill each other or one's own friends in that small chance. Okay. Oh no, this is separate. Sorikara and... Oh, okay, I see. He's going to avoid nearby colonies. I'll avoid nearby colonies, I guess, like in case something happens to Tsumiki-chan, and also in the manner of avoiding the event of killing people we know, something like that. Okay. Kekkai de denpa ga tatareru kamoshirenai kara shibaraku しばらく連絡取れないかも. Okay. Through the magical barriers, or because of the magical barriers, electromagnetic waves may be blocked. So because of that, for a while, communications may not be able to do, probably. We probably won't be able to communicate for a while if the magical barriers block electromagnetic waves, denpa. Ah, ah. Okay, I guess they're both thinking of this, which is, もし次、俺がスクナと変わったら、迷わず殺してくれ. Remember, so he had told Okotsu, if next time if I switch, transform to Sukuna, do the favor of killing me without hesitation. So they're both, I guess, thinking about what to do here. Okotsu ga Itadori no chikaku ni ita hou ga Fushiguro wa anzen da kedo, 戦力的には乙骨は単独で動いた方が効率がいいと思っている. Okay. Okay. Okotsu, the direction of existing or being near Itadori. As for Fushiguro, safety. It's safety. But battle strength-wise, as for Okotsu, independent operating direction is effective. That's good, our thinking. Okay. So, yeah, efficiency, performance. So they're both thinking that, again, it's more efficient, more effective for Okotsu for the battle strength if he works alone. But for Fushiguro's safety, it's better if he's closer to Itadori. 言ってる場合か大丈夫だ. Like speaking case? Is it a case for speaking? I'm fine. Boom. Boom. そん時は俺が死んだ後、しっかり殺してもらえ. Wait, what? As for that time, me dying, later or afterwards, promptly receive killing. Promptly get killed if I die. Anyway. いや、そうならないためにさ. Well, that way not becoming it's for that purpose. Yeah, so he's like, we're doing this so that it doesn't go that way, so that we all don't have to die. Okay. Senpai. お前らは予定通り近畿のとこ行け. Okay, yeah. As for you guys, according to the plan, go to the place of Kinji. Kinji? Hakari Kinji. This is a name. 低学中の3年生だよ. A third year student of the, I guess, middle. Wait, no, teigakuchu. That's stopping of school. Yeah, in the middle of suspension. Hakari Kinji, who's in the middle of suspension as a third year. 今はとにかく人手が足んねえ Okay, so as for now, in any case, the hitode, the hands, the people able to help, it's not sufficient. So right now, in any case, we don't have enough people to help. Nani ga nandemo karidase. We're bringing out everything. Karidase. Yeah, we're borrowing. No. We're hunting, fleshing out, rounding up everyone. Sono hito tsuyoi no? That person strong? Murake ga aru kedo. Okay, this is Okotsu saying this. Murake exists, so some sort of like mood. Mura. Oh, muraki. Capricious, moody. So this person is capricious and moody, but notteru toki wa boku yori tsuyoi yo. As for the times of notteru, more than me strong. Notte. This is, in this case, to get carried. I think it's like to get carried away, to get in the swing. Like the times he gets in the swing of things or he gets carried away, he's stronger than me. This is Maki saying like, son wa nai. As for that thing not existing. So it's not quite like that. Okay. Soul. So they're getting ready to go. These two are staying. Arigato, tasukatta. Thank you. You saved me. You helped. You helped out a lot. Whatever. Shino nayo. Don't die, okay? Naiten no? Are you crying? She. Like, shut up. Okay. Tengen has no response. All right. We're still going. There's still a bunch of pages left. All right. Something's going on here. Provost, the public stand. This is like a movie theater or something. Yeah, we got this. Come on. What do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, only 4 pages. Come on, we can do this. Let's not make it another hour and a half. What? Mokori. What's a mokori? Oh. A bulge in a pocket or clothing. A tent that an erection makes. Wow, there's a word for that. What is this? Yeah, apparently. Atari. Oh, this is Iki Atari. End of a road, end of a street. So, like, a bulge at the end of the street. There's some sort of performance going on, and that's what he's holding up this sign. You can see he's sweating. Azashita. City Hunter? Okay. Azashita. I'm not. Oh. Aza. Azashita. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I don't know. They're bowing. Pachi pachi. People are clapping. Takaba. Okay, that's a name. They're yelling out Takaba. The Jackie Chan movie? Huh. いつまでそんなしとんねん。やめや。こっちまで新規草なるわ。うっす. Okay. So this is someone yelling at him saying, how long, until what time, those sorts of like, are you going to do that, I guess? Stop? Yame ya? To this point, shinki kusai. It's like painfully bad. I think they're talking about his act. Yeah, it's irritating, depressing. Oh, this direction up until, like, it's even depressing me. It's even annoying, depressing me. Narua. Okay. Omae itsu yatta ke? You. I guess this is like, how old are you again? Because he says, Sanjugotsu. I'm 35. Honna mo yamete mae. Honna mo. This is some pretty rough language here. Honna. Oh, well then, like, stop already. Kono gyokai osozaki no yatsu. Guys that bloom late in this world, in this industry, gyokai. Yeah, this business world. So, people that bloom late in this world, in this business world, yo wakaran. I don't know very often, or don't know many of them. Kikake de kyū ni ureru yatsu gyōsan oru. Oh man. Of course it had to be like something really rough at the very end. Kikake. With a chance, or with a motive or impetus, suddenly being able to sell, being popular guys, gyōsan. It's large. Wait, gyōsan oru. Oh, okay. That, I guess this is don't know many guys that bloom late in this industry, and then by chance or through some means, suddenly they get like largely able to sell. They get largely popular. But demo soitsura wa kyū ni omoro natta wake ya nai. However, as for those guys that have this happen, suddenly the reason is that they suddenly become omoro natta. Oh, interesting, like omoshiroi, omoroi. It's not because they suddenly become interesting or funny. Motomoto omorokatta kedo, they were funny, interesting, amusing from the start. Umoreteta dake ya nen. And hadn't been uncovered. Umorete. Yeah, hadn't been uncovered, meaning it's just being covered. It's because they were just covered or hidden. Okay, whew. So this is like his agent or whatever yelling at him. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right. Omae wa so chao yaro. as for you, it's that way. It's different from that, you know? It's probably different from that, meaning you're not like this. 東京があなてん. Tokyo, that way becoming. 悪いことは言わん、お前にできる向いてることをせ。Yeah, so Tokyo, that becoming that way. Okay, so like for whatever's happening in Tokyo right now, as for the bad events, not saying to you what's possible, going event, do. I guess it's like do stuff that you can do. Do to the event facing the possible to you. I don't know. It's something along those lines. He's basically telling him to give up. Telling this guy to give up. Gotcha. That's the door opening. We can do it. 2 more pages. Kasa. That's rustling the paper here. 俺は嫌いやなかったで、takaba no neta. Okay, so as for me, detestable not becoming Tanaka's or Tanaba's no Takaba's neta. Neta is like gags, jokes. Right? Yeah, material jokes. So like I don't hate them, your jokes. Ken-san, Mr. Ken. あいつもお前も勘違いしとる. Okay, so that guy also, meaning his agent, and you also are making a mistake, or you don't understand. おもろなくても, even if you're not interesting, 売れるやつは売れんねん. Yeah, even if you're not interesting, as for guys able to sell, they're able to sell. And again, I keep saying able to sell, but ureru means like, there we go, to be popular, to be famous. So even if you're not popular, or sorry, even if you're not famous, no, even if you're not interesting, as for famous people, they get famous, or they're well known. 一発屋的な話っすか? Oh, this is a one-hit house. So like a one-hit wonder. 一発屋的. Yeah, like a one-hit wonder. You're talking about one-hit wonders? Chao wa? It's different. No. ずっと売れ続けるやつには20類おんねん. All the time, continuing able to be popular guys. As for to that, 2 types there are. So there's 2 types that will always be popular. Always be able to sell. ずっとおもろいやつと continuously are always funny ones, and ずっと自分のことおもろいと勘違いできるやつや. And always one's own things funny, being able to make the mistake guys. So guys that are always able to make the mistake of that their stuff is funny. Omae wa dochi ya? As for you, which one? So which one are you? Zuzuzu. 五分だというわけれど. So I'd say it's 50-50, but 本当は7-3くらいが. But as for reality, it's like 70-30 to that extent. Shimetsu Kaiju player Takaba Fumihiko. Okay, so Death Annihilation rotating game player Takaba Fumihiko. Great. That's the end of the chapter, finally. Okay. There you go. There's some art at the end of the chapter. That was another torturously long chapter. 146. Maybe at some point they'll start fighting and stop talking. No, apparently not. We'll see next time here. Chapter 147, and you'll see why we're probably going to be tortured with another 2-hour chapter. We'll see that one next time.